Good God, I'm sure you guys are so tired of hearing every Andy in the world give their thoughts and opinions about the Diablo 4 beta. So, one more might not hurt, right? To be honest, I think everyone wants this game to be the game. You know, the game you can't wait to play after work, before work, while you eat, while you sleep. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I don't believe that game exists anymore. We're all looking for that game that got us so excited when we were kids. For me, that was Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. I would play that game day after day, year after year through middle school and high school. And looking back at their remake, D2R, I was excited for the launch. I really was. And I do play every season of D2R. I enjoy it for the first week or two. But in the end, that game gets pretty repetitive and pretty stale quickly for me. That being said, the Diablo 4 open beta is ending soon. I hope you guys all enjoyed the beta as much as I did. I played a rogue to level 25 and I played a hardcore barbarian to 25. I fought the world boss and killed him on softcore and on hardcore. Overall, I would say my experience, if I had to give you like a 1 out of 10, I would say it's around an 8. Maybe like 7.5 to 8.5, somewhere in there, so I'm meeting in the middle. Obviously, the beta wasn't perfect, and it needs a little work, but I can't think of a game that actually is the perfect game, and that's why we're all searching for that game still. So here's a small list on what I would change before the official Diablo 4 launch, and I'd love to hear the community's feedback. If you agree, if you disagree, if I'm just high on a kite, or if I'm just set in my D2 boomer ways. Let's start off with the Sorceress. I believe this was tested by Nico Tulo. You can basically teleport further if you have a widescreen monitor. So for all of you Sorcerer players out there, I guess it's time to upgrade from that 24-inch to at least a 27-inch if you want to stay competitive in PvP and PvM. You can also teleport over terrain a lot easier, and this also works with Hydra. I've been seeing a lot of Sorcerers off-screening the world bosses shown in this clip right here. This is a clip that I pulled up from a hardcore attempt, and the Sorcerer that's in my party is nowhere to be found. You could say, well, who cares? It's PvM. Nobody cares about PvM. Well, can you imagine being a barb on a 24-inch monitor, blowing all of your cooldowns, finally catching the Sorcerer on their 27-inch or widescreen wrap around, and they just teleport off screen? I'm like 90% sure that the devs are working on this and it's already been fixed, or in the process of being fixed. Playing the Barbarian to level 25 was probably the most enjoyment that I had in the Diablo 4 beta, and trust me, it wasn't because I was powerful. I was far from powerful. I struggled the whole way through hardcore. The game actually felt challenging, and I almost died on every boss fight. To sum that up, I feel like melee classes in general, especially the barb, struggle a little bit until they're level 20. I don't really care if my barb comes on later. I want my character to be great right off the start. Here I am, struggling at level 12 with my barbarian, and this little tiny necro comes running across my screen and just blows up the pack instantly. And that brings me to my next point of monster scaling with your level. Personally, I'm a little mixed on this decision. Overall, I think it's the better idea to have monsters scale with your level. So, you know, when you're max level, you could go back to the beginning and slay meaningful content. However, it can be a little annoying being level 18, you're struggling on this pack of minions, and you see this little sorcerer run by and like one-shot everything in front of you, and that sorcerer's like level 8. D2 Pilot mentioned on my YouTube livestream that they should make monsters scale with you after you reach level 20. And I thought that was a really interesting idea. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Now that we're on the topic about levels and monster scaling, we need to talk about this World Boss Ashava that I enjoyed killing so much. I really believe they should implement a level requirement to enter the zone when the World Boss is active, and let me tell you why. Here's a quick example on hardcore 30 seconds before the World Boss spawn of a group of level 13 and 14s. It's nice and all to want to see the boss, but getting paired up with a bunch of low levels doesn't make a good player experience for the players that are actually going to attempt the boss. And here's the same group of players 15 seconds after Ashava was spawned. They all ran away and they're cheerleading on the sidelines. I spent the next 5 minutes portal hopping back to town trying to get matched up with a group of players that actually want to attempt the fight. I ended up finding a decent group and getting him down on hardcore for the second time, but this system ruined the enjoyment of the fight for me. So how do we fix this problem? We can either 1. Add level restrictions for under-leveled players, not allowing them to enter the World Boss zone, or 2. The method I personally prefer, allow us to make a small raid up to 12 players for world boss fights. I think it would be really awesome to slay Ashava and future world bosses with friends and clanmates, and it would fix this whole disaster that they currently have going on. There's a list of other things that are just minor for me, like I feel like the shared stash tab is a little too small. I would like to have a gem slot, so when I pick up a gem, it goes into like the gem tab instead of getting mixed up with all of my items. And I know everyone's complaining about all of the dungeon designs, how it seems like unpolished, I guess. But I don't want to just sit here and complain forever. Overall, I truly believe that the Diablo 4 beta was a success, and it was a lot better than what I was expecting. The game really grew on me the more I played it, and I'm going to be all in on launch day. Alright guys, that's the Fresh Tea of the week. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, because if you do, I might just have Mr. Llama explain to you what exercise is.
Exercise is a thing where, you know when you're in the game, when you hold shift? Now you just have to hold shift in real life.